What state are you from?
Georgia.
Cool. So you came a long way.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you really involved in politics, or is this a topic that's just really something that you care about?
I'm involved in the pro-life movement, which happens to be incredibly political. So
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, you kind of get lumped into politics. So.
Okay. Is this your first march?
Yes. This is
Okay.
our first one here. I spoke at the one in Santa Fe and the one in Denver before he came here.
Oh, so you've spoken at them.
I'm the celebrity spokesperson for Silent No More.
What's the name of the organization?
Silent No More. SilentNoMoreAwareness.org. It's for post-abortive women and men who've been involved in abortion who are speaking out about their experiences.
And you so you speak on personal.
Yes.
And that's what they've been doing for the most part, is
Right.
speaking on personal.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then, you know how all that new stuff's going down with different states, basically repealing different parts of Roe versus Wade, making it tougher as far as abortions, making it tougher to get an abortion.
Right.
Do you think that there's more people involved now because it's so politically charged? Like there's more people showing up to these events?
I think so. I think that maybe the generation coming up, I think because of how advanced science has become, and you can't really deny that it's a baby anymore. I think that, you know, the generation coming up, I think they're getting more involved, whereas my generation, you know, like 35 and 35 really has kind of been silent on this whole thing. So I think now that there's a generation that's coming up that's a little bit more vocal about it. So
Yeah.
and I think that's one thing.
Yeah, and with all of the amount of literature that's out there speaking on how many abortions there's been and understanding that in 38 years 53 million babies have been aborted, everyone who's 37 years old and below is now looking, well, half of our generation is no longer here.
Yeah.
So we're missing friends, family, and we're missing sons and daughters and everything else. So I think more people are starting to realize that, and they're starting to take a stand and stand up, and I think our generation is kind of missing, but now that there's some of us that are starting to speak out, there's more people who are seeing that it's okay to hurt, and it's okay to find healing from that and move on and actually put your words out there so that other people don't have to go through the same pain.
Okay.
So
It's an interesting perspective. I've never seen it like that before. So you're saying, like, because it's been for 30 years now, we're seeing the impact.
Yeah, we're seeing, like, you know, jobs that haven't been created or people that can't fill jobs. So we have no choice but to let people in from other countries because they're having to fill the jobs that, I mean, we killed the generation that would be taking those jobs or creating those jobs.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think maybe our generation is realizing that and getting involved in politics. I grew up in a really political, my family was like huge Republicans, and I was like, I don't want anything to do with politics, I'm sick of it, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought I would stay as far away from it as possible, but as soon as you get involved in pro-life issues, you jump into politics.
You get kind of into everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when did you get involved with pro-life?
I wrote a blog November of last year, and Silent No More found me through the blog I wrote, and that's how I ended up involved with that.
Okay.
So I was on the Mickey Mouse Club for 5 years, and I sang background for Britney Spears, and so I have a blog, and I have an album and all this stuff, and so that sort of gave me some sort of credibility, and then I came out with my story of having 2 abortions 10 years ago, and so that just, all that together, they asked me to come be a part of the campaign.
Okay, cool.
How many people are with you with the Silent No More group? Are there others with you today, or?
Yeah, there's been about 100 women, I think, who signed up to give their testimonies just of what abortion did, you know, in their lives personally. And then on the website, there's almost 3,000 testimonies of women that have been, you know, hurt by abortion. And not just women, too, men too,
as well,
who've been involved in making the decision for abortion or paying for it or whatever.